All right, Springboard family, come join us. We are getting ready to kick off Franchise Dev 101, a hot topic at every Springboard session from the jump 10 years ago. But as you can see by looking at our stage, we are going to shake it up this year. We're going to play a little. Oh, good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I thought if it was silent there, we'd be in trouble. We are going to play a little franchise Family Feud, and we are going to have a blast. My name is Carrie Gilly. I am the CEO and co-founder of Franchise Fastlane, and so this topic is something I live, breathe, and am passionate about on the daily. However, this is not about me. We are about to pack all three of these risers with a team of franchise experts. So we're going to bring them up. Not only are they knowledgeable in their field, they are highly competitive. So we want to see you guys participating, cheering for them, throwing out answers. Let's make this a lot of fun. Okay, so if you are not watching Family Feud every day, like I am, and all the reruns, let me just remind you of how this works. Again, we're going to pack these risers with our teams, and then we're going to start with our captains. We're going to bring them up here to the buzzer round. Okay, we're going to have a buzzer beater question first. That buzzer beater question, the person who gets the highest ranking answer gets to bring that question back to their team. If you all participated in our survey a couple weeks ago, thank you. You already contributed to our answers, so thank you. They're working at guessing your answers, okay? Then we go over to the table, and they are working on clearing that board of all of your answers before they hit, anybody know? 3 strikes, right? Yes, I like the sound. As soon as they hit 3 strikes, then the other family gets a chance to steal all the points from that round. So it'll be fun, but we also want to wrap in learnings because this is an important topic for micro-emerging and emerging brands. So at the end of every round, we are going to stop, take some time with our expert to talk about that question and their experience and the answers that were offered. All right, so we'll stop after every round. We have 4 rounds. We'll get through all 4 rounds. At the close of those 4 rounds, there's going to be a winning family. There's going to be a losing family. Our winning family will choose 2 people to participate in our lightning round. They have 25 questions to give us 5 answers. If they can hit 200 points in that time, then they win $1 million. Well, no, probably Springboard Pride. That's what they win. They'll be our big winners for the morning. All right, so that is how we are going to roll out the game. Make it fun. Cheer for it. Pick your favorite team. Throw out answers. Let's learn, but have a lot of fun while we're learning. All right, so let's start by introducing the teams. I'm going to start with Team Blue, which is led by my friend JT. Come up, Team Blue. Yeah. Come on down. Wait, that's Price is Right, isn't it? All right, let's start with some quick introductions. Captain here is JT.
Morning, everybody. JT with Home Franchise Concepts. Happy to be here. 30 years in franchising, 9 brands, about 2,700 units, and I'm really glad to be leading this amazing team of professionals.
Hey everyone, my name is Robert Bruschi. I'm from Control V Virtual Reality Arcade, which means I sell happiness in the form of a VR. I've got 10 units, but I identify as having 25. Okay.
Hi folks, my name is Sarah Van Aken from Brand One Franchise Development, and we are a boutique franchise development firm. I've only been in franchising a handful of years, but I've been an entrepreneur for a really long time, so definitely understand what all the brands here are looking to do.
Thank you, Team Blue. Let's hear it for Team Blue. Woo! Looking good. All right, and on this side of the stage, we have Team Red.
Hi everyone, I'm Candace Burns. I spent 21 years at Planet Fitness, growing that brand to over 2,000 open locations. Left there in 2020, and in 2021 joined on board an emerging brand actually. I work for Zora 411, and we are the parent company for the Drip Bar. We are now at 33 units after starting franchising in 2019 and are continuing on a pretty steep growth trajectory.
Hello, hello. Go Red Team. Thank you, appreciate that. All right, that was big. David Mesa with Ballard Brands. Ballard Brands is a restaurant organization. We license, franchise, and operate a little over 300 locations. I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Development Officer.
David.
Hi, I'm Allison Zorich. Most of you know me as Allie. I've been in the industry for over 10 years in several different facets. Currently, I am the president of Pure Bello Cycle, which is a micro emerging brand out of the East Coast and ready to start franchising.
Awesome. Team Red. All right, so like I said, we have two teams of incredible experts about to compete for this game show. But the game show just wouldn't be any fun if we didn't have a host. We need a host. So I did a little bit of research as I was watching all those reruns, and this game goes way back. We've been through Louis Anderson, Richard Warren, John O'Hurley, all now playing Feud in the Skies. Now, we certainly could have got Steve Harvey, the well-dressed, the sophisticated Steve Harvey, right? But we thought we could do one better. We thought we could bring in an industry expert you all know, the infamous, the well-known, and the one and only Jeff Herr. Let's play Franchise Feud.
Yes. We're going to get it on here today. What's that? All right. This is a good looking group. You guys ready to get it on today? So, yes, I am dressed as an ass clown purely for your entertainment. My name is Jeff Herr. I've been in franchising for about 15 years. Developed and built 40 different brands, awarded over 8,000 units during that period of time. But my whole thing is a little shock and awe. But I got to tell you guys a little story, because this is how this outfit came together. How this whole thing came together was pretty crazy. So, like, putting this together literally started like 6 weeks ago. You know, like, Lane is like an over planner. And he's like, no, we gotta have conference calls, we gotta have Zoom calls, we have to have email threads. I'm like, dude, this is the fucking Family Feud. This is not rocket science. So after every single call, every single day, he's texting, he's like, what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? It's gotta be great. What are you gonna wear? It's gotta be colorful. I'm like, dude, I'm like a shorts and flip-flops guy. The fact that you want me to wear pants and shoes is not gonna be easy. He's like, no man, we gotta do something crazy. I'm like, well, what are you thinking? He goes, I got it. 70s porn star outfit. I'm like, dude, if you understand, this is the Family Feud. This is supposed to be G-rated. He's like, no. I'm like, you mean like Dirk Diggler? He goes, no man, you can never pull off Marky Mark. He's like, be more like the Tommy Boy version. All right, I think I can pull that off for you, Lynn. So anyways, that's how it all came together. We have done so much preparation for this, so hopefully it goes off without a hitch. Are we ready to play the feud? All right, you know how it goes. I need the captains up here from the red and the blue team. Let them hear it, crowd! Ooh, yes. This is super legit. All right, you know how it goes. We have surveyed the audience. There are going to be 5 answers here. The first question is, name a source for qualified candidates. JT.
Website.
Can I have website? Be more specific. I'm just a ventriloquist dummy up here. Can I hear organic? Oh! Would you like to play or pass? All right, let's get it on. All right, the question is, name a source for qualified candidates. Broker networks.
Good answer.
Whoa, that's a good one. Do we have a broker network? All right. Here we go. Source. Qualified candidates.
Social media networks.
Be more specific.
LinkedIn.
Do we have LinkedIn? Oh! All right. Name a source for qualified candidates.
You know, I like me some referrals.
Oh. Can I get referrals? All right, here we go. Name a source for qualified candidates.
Let's go with trade shows.
Very archaic. Can we have trade shows? It's not the 90s, bro. All right. Name a source for qualified candidate.
Right, this is a lot of pressure, people. Biz, buy, sell.
Biz, buy, sell. Is it up there? We got 66 points to get. We're coming over. All right. 2 answers on the board. All right. You guys ready? Name a source for qualified candidates.
Existing franchisees.
Oh, that might be up there. Can we have existing franchisees?
All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Jeff. We gotta wait. Wait a minute, Jeff. We gotta get some learning in here. Okay,
Yes,
JT.
learning.
In all your years of development, let's talk about qualified candidates.
Well, first of all, I want to know how referrals isn't the same as current franchisees. That's my question. Yeah, you know what? There's so many great places to find great candidates. Obviously, you know, your website is going to be the place where people are going to spend a lot of time. So making sure you've got everything is very actionable and leads them down the path that you want them to take to get to you. We have great success with the broker networks and with us. We've been working with them for over 20 years and certainly love what they bring to the table. Very qualified candidates that are truly looking for something, so you're not wasting a lot of time like you do sometimes with LinkedIn, Facebook, some of that, although that can be successful. We've actually had a lot of success with social media this year driving it. I'm going to go back to the referrals, which I think is the same thing as current franchisees. Maybe not, but we've
Somebody's better.
We've had a very successful run with a referral program within our network, and if you don't have one, and you probably heard me say this before, but you really should. We did this year probably 30% of the franchises that we put in place have come from our franchisees. We reward them monetarily. We reward them with a group trip. I take 45 of them to an exotic location every year to thank them for that. People go out of their way to hustle to find people to refer to us so that they can get not only that benefit but also have someone have the same experience as a franchisee that they've had. So if you don't have a referral program, come grab me and I'll tell you the details about ours, but it's really a great source of leads for us.
Thank you, JT. What's number 5?
Oh, yeah. What is number 5? Customers. All right. Number 6 is referrals, and 7, and 8. All right, let's go. Let's play the feud. Red and blue, let's get it on. All right, you know how the drill goes. Soon as you can't hit the buzzer until I finish the question. What's the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s? Blue. Can I have guaranteeing profit margins? Not quite good enough.
All right, what do you have? Let me read it again for you. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s? Not having one or omitting. Boom! Do you want to play or pass? They want to play. Let's get it on. Caw. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s?
Inaccurate earnings.
Can I have inaccurate information or earnings? Yeah, lying. Lying is not good, by the way. Holy cow. That's awesome. Yeah, do not lie. That would be bad. All right, here we go. What's the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s?
I would
Candace?
say not inaccurate depiction of the entire system and their financial performance.
Can you simplify that for the gang out there? I totally got what you meant, but I don't know if they did.
Inaccurate depiction of financial performance.
Inaccurate information. It's kind of like lying, I think. Whoa, lack of detail. Dude, you just fired up JT on that one. I mean, that was a reach. Lack of detail. Woo! All right, well, I guess lack of details off the board.
Actually, it
Good thing the guy in the back doesn't know anything about franchising. All right.
That was a gift.
Here we go. What's the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s?
Not utilizing third-party professionals for assistance and advice.
I don't know if that'll fit. Not outsourcing to professionals. Ooh, one strike. All right, here we go. Dig deep. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19?
I'm going to go with not filing it.
Ooh, that's good. All right. Do we have not filing? Well, is that not having one?
That's up there.
Not having one is kind of up there. It's the item 19, not the FDD, you know.
What is that?
The question is, now remember, you only get 3 seconds. I'll read it one more time. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in their item 19s?
The lying kind of covers all of it.
Yes, it does, Allie.
It really does.
But if it didn't, and there was 3 other answers, what would you say?
I would probably, I'm going to guess because I have no idea. Lying covers literally all of it. I would say inaccurate yearly reporting.
Can I have inaccurate yearly reporting? All right, 2 strikes. Get ready, blue team. If there's one more strike, we're coming over to you. Here we go. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in their 19s?
I'm going to say not utilizing your finance team to put it together.
All right. Not utilizing your finance team to put it together. Okay. All right. Here's a hint. The remaining 3 at most have 3 words, not 14. So try to get it down to 1, 2, or 3 words. All right. Using only 1, 2, or 3 words. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make in the item 19s?
We're going to go with only using corporate locations.
Ooh. Only using corporate locations.
cherry picking.
Cherry pick.
I'm going to Candace. Go
All right.
Candace on this one.
All right, let's show answer number 5. Overcomplicated. That's a good one. Let's see number 6.
Showing
projections.
Yeah.
See how
All
the
right.
second word's truncated there? All right.
All
So
right,
we want to dive in. Carrie, take it away.
Okay, we're going to go to Candace on this one. Candace, talk about the item 19 and some of the mistakes you've seen over your years of development.
Sure. So, I've seen several iterations of item 19s in my time with Planet and now with Drip Bar, and also we have another brand called the Brake Squad. So I'm going to talk about all 3 and the mistakes with them. With Brake Squad, I'll start there. We don't have an item 19. I do believe it can be a mistake, but we also don't have any franchise locations yet. So if, the first thing folks are going to ask you, if not the most important thing aside the support that your support team is going to offer your franchisees, it's how much money am I going to make? So you have to be able to talk about that in some way, or have some validators in the system that can talk about that when you can't as a franchisor not having that item 19. I would say the second thing, being part of a system, and actually with Planet Fitness, we only showed corporate numbers, so sometimes that also isn't a mistake, but we also showed a varying range of our corporate locations. We had about 100 corporate locations in our system, and we showed low, median, and high performing. So what we did, so in doing that, we were showing that range. So we were showing a broad variation of how our locations perform in each market across the country. With Drip Bar, we are showing just one location because we just started franchising. And so we are showing a location that's mature. And it's the only location in our system that is. But we're showing that location and its evolution from year 2 to year 5. So it's important to explain that to folks when you're showing them that item 19. So that's, I think, another big mistake that folks make is not explaining it enough. So it either being overcomplicated, or when you're talking to a candidate, not fully explaining what's actually in it. Make it as clear as possible. Top line revenue, break out your expenses, and then show your EBITDA. And for us, that has worked, and I think that's, those are the best things you can do, and mistakes not to make.
Thank you, Candace. Thank you. All right. Back to Jeff.
All right, let's do it. It's time to play the feud. All right, round 3. I love it. This is intense. All right, can't hit the buzzer till I finish the question. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make trying to reach their first 100 units? Allie.
Picking the wrong franchisees.
All right. Can I have picking the wrong Z's? Ooh, there's one answer that's better. I'm going to read the question one more time. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make trying to reach their first 100 units? All right, lack of support. Ooh, Allie, do you guys want to play or pass? Let's do it. All right, we have 2 more answers on the board. Here's the question. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make trying to reach their first 100 units?
Geo-targeted market.
All right.
Am I saying that
Can I have too small of a market, or too wide?
Yeah,
Oh, going the other way. Oh,
yes.
interesting.
No market strategy.
No strategy. No.
I'm not using the right word.
Okay, you got
I'm
8
trying to
different
think,
answers.
what
You're
am
gonna have to pick your best one. I mean,
Yeah, poor market plan.
poor market plan. Can I hear poor market plan? There it is. No growth strategy. All right. The top one is still on the board. There's 128 points. Scores are almost tied. All right, here we go. What is the biggest mistake franchisors make trying to reach their first 100 units?
Growing too quickly.
Can I have growing too quickly? One buzzer. All right, Allie.
I'm going to go with poor validation.
Poor validation. 2 strikes. Get ready, blue team.
All right.
You can pick one of the last 7 that you left on the last go around.
I got this. Managing cash flow.
Managing cash flow.
OpEx.
Okay. Is the number 1 answer managing their cash flow? Nailed it. Lack of capital. 266 to 65. All right, Carrie. Who do you want to talk about
Yes, we're going to David for this one. David, let's talk about what's the biggest mistake franchisors make as they try to achieve that milestone of 100 units. Usually when we see royalty profitability, about 100 units.
You picked me because I messed up the question, right?
Yeah, it was good. You gave 9 answers, so I thought you had a lot of information.
So again, I think one of the largest, as I mentioned, the geo-targeting, or I'm not really explaining that well, but having a market launch plan, right? It's so easy as a startup franchisor to get caught up in, you're based out of Dallas and some knucklehead in Iowa, nothing against Iowa, but is wanting to buy a
Is there anybody from
license,
Iowa here?
And you're not strategically mapping out your growth. And moreover, the franchise development team, as much as we'd like to say we shouldn't be the drivers of that growth. What I mean by that, of that plan. Bring in your ops team, bring in your vending partners. Right now, more than ever, supply chain is as critical as it can be. So you want to make sure that you're mapping out where you want to grow and how you want to grow it. And so I would say that's probably one of the biggest hurdles.
Absolutely. Too large of territories. We see that all the time in those early stages. All right, thank you. Let's go back for our last round, round 4.
All right, here we go. This is for all the marbles. Let's play the feud! All right. Here we go. This will determine who goes to the lightning round. Well, please wait until I finish the question before you hit the buzzer. Name, I know if I'm glistening up here, polyester's hot, y'all. Damn. All right. Name a prospect red flag. Red.
Lack of responsiveness.
Lack of responsiveness. Number 2, there's one answer better. Let me read the question. Name a prospect red flag.
Can't follow the process.
Can't follow the process. We love when they do that. Ooh, do you want to play or pass? Play. They want to play. There are 6 still left. Name a prospect red flag.
Getting drunk at Discovery Day.
Yeah, those are fun. How about boozing up? There you go. If they're drunk on the call, maybe don't invite them to Discovery Day. All right, here we go. Name a prospect red flag.
Partner.
Oh, we love that. Or the rich uncle. All right. I have a partner. All right. Name a prospect red flag.
Pending lawsuit found during the background check.
Can I have background check? That was such a good answer, it made one of them go away. There we go. Bad credit, we'll take that. All right. Name. Dude, the drunk guy stole number 7. All right, name a prospect red flag.
No money.
No money. And number 1. All right, we got 3 more. Name a prospect red flag.
I'm buying this for my daughter.
All right. I'm buying this for my daughter or somebody else. All right. I think the drunk guy is not on the call. He's behind the curtain. That's so good. All right, we got two more. Hopefully these will be a little more accurate. Name a prospect red flag.
Disengaged during Discovery Day.
Can I have disengaged? Lazy. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, we got one more. We got one more, and it's pretty obvious. All right, here we go. Name a prospect red flag.
No business experience.
Can I have no business experience? Oh, that's number 4.
Says it's taken.
That's inexperienced. You have 3 seconds or you hit the buzzer. Prospect red flag. Tick tock. Ooh, all right, you got 2 buzzers. Here we go. Name a prospect red flag. 3 seconds.
Overly recommending process change during early stages.
What? He's back to his run-on sentences. Can I have wants to change the process? All right. Ooh. This is all, it's got to come down to this.
We just got to get somewhere close, apparently, is how this works.
Name a prospect red flag.
We are going to go with those dirty little liars.
Dirty little liars. Can I have the
Allie, let's talk about prospects red flags. Everything you saw, both in funding and now in your role as president.
We are protesting that last answer, by the way. This game is under protest. So this is all not rocket science, like Jeff said. Obviously, don't get drunk at D-Day. Don't hit on the founder. Show up for your calls. Be engaged. I mean, these are all things that we want candidates not to obviously think about. If they're having to think too much about what they shouldn't be doing, then they're not the right fit. As emerging franchisors, you don't have the luxury to bring anybody on board. Those first few franchisees are so crucial to your system success that you have to be really, really cautious. So making sure that they're not a control freak, that they actually aren't bringing their entire family in, and this is going to be for their daughter and cousin and second grandma to run the company. Also, we want to make sure that you recognize that this is a marriage. This is definitely a 10-year minimum marriage, and you guys have to like each other. You don't have to love each other like many marriages are, but you definitely need to be engaged with each other, working together, following a process, and make sure that they're showing up for calls. They come to Discovery Day. They're invested in your brand because they are another extension of you.
All right, let's do it. Lightning round. Here we go. So there are 5 questions, and you got about 20 seconds, but I don't really have a stopwatch. Oh, there you go. Okay, here we go. All right, you ready? AUV stands for average unit volume. What is another commonly used franchising acronym? EBITDA. Number 2, what FTD item do prospects study the most? Name a social media platform for lead generation. Let's give him a little more time. That was, I'm dyslexic. How long do you wait on a call when a franchise candidate no-shows you?
8 minutes.
Lastly, what is the most challenging registration state to achieve registration?
It's really a toss-up between Minnesota and Maryland.
Pick one. Minnesota. All right. So here we go.
So he is going to type out those answers and look at our points. In the meantime, we have Robert. Did Robert just step out? Can you cab him? And Sarah talk to those topics. We talked about commonly studied items in the FDD, social media platforms for leads, registration states. Talk to some of those topics.
Sarah.
Oh, are you talking?
I think I'm talking. You know, I could yell, but I will pick social media marketing only because with a brand we work with, K9 Resorts, I do a lot of work in digital lead gen, which we in the franchising world call organic. And we do a ton of business. We grew the whole system up until this year through digital lead gen, LinkedIn, Facebook. That is why I said biz, buy, sell. So if you're not using that, that's a good tip. Geo-targeting in Google Ads, and really having an entire strategy of, you know, creating thundering hooves, especially with a brand like that has a large investment. If you're thinking about planning out your markets, it's not just about territories, it's your growth plan. If you're I was talking to someone earlier who's in North Carolina and they're having trouble getting placement farther away from them in the country, so start where you are and start geo-targeting to create thundering hooves in the closest areas to you. Just
Great. Thank you. Yeah. Let's give it up for Sarah. All right.
Okay.
How we looking? We good?
He's tallying points. Go ahead. Second round.
Are you ready?
We did the first one.
No, we have to say how many points there was. All right.
Okay, first one's done.
All right. So the first question was AUV stands for average unit volume. What is another what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's right here. You
Oh,
can't say
hey,
it.
you got to go back away. You don't even know how many points you need to get, dude. I can't believe how many people have not seen this show. It's been going on for 50 years. All right. Is he gone? Is he gone? Is he gone? No, you got to leave the room.
They want you to go through those questions again, Jeff.
What's that? Yeah, here we go. All right. AUV stands for average unit volume. What is another commonly used franchising acronym? She said, EBITDA. Service test. 6. Second question. Question was, what FTD item do prospects study the most? She said, 19. Survey says, oh. Very nice. All right, next up. Name a social media platform for lead gen. She said, Facebook. Survey says, all right. She said Facebook. All right, how long do you wait on a call when a franchise candidate no-shows? She said, 8 minutes. Survey says, ooh. And last question. What is the most challenging registration state to achieve registration? She said, Minnesota. Survey says, 0. All right, 118 points. Now we can bring them in. All right. Lying and cheating is a good strategy. All right, hopefully you didn't hear any of those. All right, you ready? Yeah. AUV stands for average unit volume. What is another commonly used franchising acronym? FDD. What FDD item do prospects study the most?
Section 14.
Section, you mean item 14?
No.
Yeah, we're in America.
Okay,
dude.
then we'll say item 19. We'll say item 19.
Item 19. Another answer. Another item. Or section.
Okay, then I'll go with section 14.
All right. Section 14. Dude, take a hint. All right, here we go. Name a social media platform for lead generation.
Facebook.
Facebook.
LinkedIn.
Another
LinkedIn.
one? LinkedIn. Okay, here we go. How long do you wait on a call when a franchise candidate no-shows you?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. And lastly, what is the most challenging registration state to achieve registration in the United States of America?
Maryland.
Maryland, all right. Pretty good answers, except for section 14. Whatever that is. All right. There we go. You need 82 points to win the Family Feud. First question. AUV stands for average unit volume. What is another commonly used franchising acronym? You said FTD. Survey says 52. Only 30 points away. All right. What FTD item do prospects study the most? You said section 14. That's in the insane asylum, I think. Survey says shocking. All right, name a social media platform for lead gen. Who said LinkedIn? Survey says
Put that in your section 14.
all right. You have one doing my roundtable from 4:30 to 6 p.m. tonight. All right, can we give it up to the contestants? Can we give it up to one of the classiest ladies in franchising? Can we give it up to the ass clown? All right, I don't know what's next. Is there a break? Do you want to?
Any questions? I'll bring the mic out on any of the topics or anything else.
I think it was Candace, who I met last night at the function. I wanted to know a little bit more about the question about like the geo-targeting and what would be too much or too limited. I mean, can you just expand on that, anybody?
What I was trying to explain, and I know sometimes I get tossed with my words because I got Steve Greenbaum looking at me right now, and he's got that scowling face, and it makes me a little tongue-tied. But so when you're thinking about expanding, right? Naturally, everybody starts to expand in their hometown, around where their original franchises started or concepts started. Then, inevitably, you get to some inflection point where you start to generate interest, right? You start getting calls from all over the place, and it's very easy. Sometimes you're thinking about keeping the lights on next month, and here's somebody calling you from the other side of the country and wanting to hand you a $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 check, and it becomes very appealing. One of the biggest mistakes that newer franchisors run into is falling into that trap. You truly should think about what aspects of your business are critical, right? If you're in the food industry, yeah, the tomatoes, the lettuce, yeah, you can get that from very many, a lot of different sources. But if you have that proprietary item, you got to think about how am I going to get that to that franchisee in California when I'm sitting in Dallas, Texas. And so you want to bring your operations team in, you want to bring your vendors in, your suppliers. Make sure that you have a true growth strategy on where you want to go, and most importantly, stick to it. Because again, the next, once you create that strategy, you go, oh, well, I know we said we were going to go Texas, but look, Arizona's just the state next over, right? And you start to fall into that trap of creeping over, and it will absolutely come back to haunt you in the end.
I talked to a brand last week that had only 10 territories sold. And they said, we only have 10 territories sold. Will you look at our brand? Their territories were 1.5 million people each. So they had a large part of the market already sold. As a franchisor, that's such a disadvantage to you because no one franchisee can come in and optimize that market with their marketing budget, with their staff. It's tempting in your early stages to give away big territories because you're desperate for those early franchisees and franchise fees, but it's such a mistake long-term for you as the franchisor in terms of optimizing your brand.
territory is your gold. I mean, it's fun to sell one, but every time you sell one, you have one less to sell. Like that's kind of like the gold standard. And one thing to think about is if you are looking to scale and potentially exit, you got to hand some batons to the next investor, okay? And if you go to them and you say, hey, all of our territory sold out, that's one less lever that they can pull. So protect that territory. The other thing too is if you give out too big of territories early on and then you start to shrink them later on, then you don't really have a system built around favored nations, which is really important in franchising. So, all right, did you guys like this session? I'm pretty confident it's all downhill from here, but we're going to take a 10-minute break and then we're going to get the conference back started so everybody can stretch it out, grab some coffee, do your thing. Cheers.
Can I get